especially since there has been a major update on the tech side. The months-long redesign of the corporate website is now complete, including all corporate documentation, the full Dubai structure, and a clear breakdown of how each related company operates and connects within the Verizon ecosystem. So here's a quick update on the Verizon Pay. So this very much relates to business owners. I'm sure many of you know business owners, so this is very important for business owners. VerizonPay.com is the site. I'm sure Steph will push that in the chat for us. So the Verizon Pay site has officially launched, featuring a full redesign, updated information, and a complete structural overhaul aligned with the new operational framework. So it's got complete verification modules and corporate validation, and everyone can obviously independently verify the business credentials at any time. Okay, Steph, if you don't let in that Zoom user for me, please. That's a quick update on Verizon Pay. So guys, Verizon support, as I mentioned, we have a VerizonHub.com where you can go there, you can type in your textual question, it will go to our database. We have an in-house customer services team now, so that'll be looked after pretty quickly. All right. So that's a portal that you'll connect to via the VerizonHub.com. All right. Infinity Mall. So these are my notes. The Infinity Mall, again, infinitymall.io. Again, we'll put that in the chat for you to make a note of. The Infinity Mall is somewhere where you can go and create an account. You create an account first. You can perform the KYC. Again, KYC is know your customer. So it will ask for. Sorry, Steph, you okay?
Can you just remind me, refresh my memory? Yeah. VerizonPay.com, is it?
That's right. Okay. Yeah, VerizonPay.com. That's for the merchant services. Yeah. Okay. Cheers, Steph. All right, no worries. So, guys, I'll go back a bit, guys. So, the Infinity Mall is a new site. So, that site is where you can acquire and buy the Verizon Infinity token. The headline information there is that it's a 10% that increases in value every month by 10%. Okay, you need to go to that site. Okay, understand a bit about it and why you may want to acquire it, and then you can ask questions, based on what you research yourself. All right. So again. It was launched on the 15th, and then over the last 7 days, we've been updating those accounts. Yes,
recording in progress.
Me and my team, as in Mervyn and his team, are looking at that and looking after those balances and that platform. All right. Okay, guys. The last bit from Stephen is the IBAN integration. So he says the IBAN testing is expected to begin next week. That means everything's in place. Okay, so testing is now you've got the finished products, and the IBAN relates to the Verizon debit MasterCard. All right. So it says that IBAN testing is expected to begin next week as we finalize a few lingering system fixes. Everything remains on track for full release before the end of the month. And that means before the end of November. All right. It's key that these things are done. We are getting weekly updates, which is amazing. Typically, you may see, I suppose, in the open market, a product come online, okay, and there's things in the background that are constantly being looked after, new releases, software updates. But you're getting a blow by blow of how this is progressing. So it's still predicted to be released. We're all excited about it, this new debit card, and it should be released in November, yeah, as per schedule. So that really is a summary of Stephen's updates. He should be on a call next week, and basically from next week, he'll share where he is with that testing. All right, that's obviously starting next week. All right, okay. Guys, so basically what I want to do really is play really that is the updates now. Yeah, and it's great that we've been able to share that in a quite succinct way. Again, there'll be our call tomorrow. If people do have some questions, we may be there. But again, the Horizon Hub is where you need to actually send your question if you do have a question about something you're personally dealing with. What I'm going to do is actually just quickly talk briefly on our property projects. So let me go to our video. I'll share that. And what I'll do is
Must have been reading my mind, love.
what on the videos?
Just now, because I was looking at that, my notes for that.
Oh, okay. You don't happen to have the Amanda and John, do you, Steph?
I do, but I'm not sure how to.
No,
I've
don't
sent-
worry. If it's not uploaded, don't worry. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. All right. Okay. Let me launch this one and quickly just share it. I might hang on this page. Let me go ahead and share. Just confirm you can see it all right, Steph. They're coming through okay?
Verizon International has collaborated with Elixir Heights in a united mission to build thousands of luxury apartments across Ghana that will be completely rent-free for life for all residents, simply by them frequently using our Verizon MasterCard in shops and stores and to pay their household bills whenever possible. So sign up to Elixir Heights today and start living a better way.
Guys, Elixir Heights is our we have two votes. And
Recording in progress.
You actually can get on these projects and tie in a really, really special deal at a very low price. So that has now expired. Obviously, the project is still very much live, but those that actually, subscribe to those projects and registered, you're in. All right. So Elixir Heights, do go to the site, elixirheights.com. Understand, how you can get involved in that and what's involved and what you get. And then obviously you can ask questions beyond that as well. All right. Elixir Heights, based in Ghana. The two sites that have been targeted are Asin Manso and the Volta region in Ghana. And that's the Elixir Heights project. Now, I want to just show you quickly a video on Ebony Villas. Again, Ebony Villas was our in Africa, and it has been targeted for, let's say, people of color. This is one where you need to obviously pass the tenancy checker, choose how you want to get involved. But people that got involved and registered before October the 31st, which is now history, will have a rent-free home for life that they can use, their family can use, and rent it out, if they want to. It's been designed, it's a 4-bedroom villa with a pool. Again, go to ebonyvillas.com to get all the details. But it's going to be designed that it splits in two. So you could live in the whole 4-bedroom house if you want to. You could reside in one half and maybe rent out the other half. It's really there for you to do that. Yeah? You'll never own it, but you'll have the full tenancy rights for the property. And if you wanted to sell it on there'll be a separate sales procedure for that, and it is a simpler method to actually move on if you wanted to. Not that you would, a rent-free property for life. Again, go to the site. It covers all the details. It's got a longer video in there about Ebony Villas. Ebony Villas, again, is planned to be built in 6 countries, okay? But factually, we are going to build where demand leads us. So what I mean by that is we've got hundreds of subscribers for Gambia and Ghana. So those are the first 2 regions where they're going to roll out and build Ebony Villas in those two countries. And we are building those for the already subscribed people. But we'll build a scope to expand, obviously, based on the growth that we know we'll experience in Gambia and Ghana. I believe they're going to start in Ghana first with Ebony Villas. All right. Again, go to the site and do your own research. I want to step back a little bit. If you are new today, you're hearing lots of information. I think maybe talk to a person that referred you or invited you. Ask them what you want out of it. Do you want a home that you want to stay in and acquire rent-free? Do you want to get involved in purchasing a house or a villa or apartment in the Africa region? We can definitely help. If you're a business, you may have a different interest. So go back to the person that referred you or invited you. Let them know. Be open. Let them know what you want to check out, and they can supply you with the information that you need. All right. So I'll stop here for a second. Steph?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's have a look at Steph. Steph, what do you reckon has been for people that have got involved in the housing? What do you reckon has been the biggest pull for people to get involved in? What do you think's really got people excited about getting involved in those projects?
Three things that came to mind as you asked the question. Rent-free, the fact that you can, have somewhere in Africa or in the sunshine, and also the card. Those are the 3 things. Yeah. Because, they're all saying freedom. That's what they're saying to me.
Yeah. I think, and Steph's, it's a great sort of prompt. Guy, the key criteria to get involved in Lexington Heights and Ebony Villas is about acquiring so it's value you're buying, not necessarily the cost. And again, guys, I think you can do your own research sideways, but there's a lot of power in the card you currently use. But if you don't understand the power of it, it's a hidden power. What Verizon are doing is saying, guys, if you actually use our debit card for your normal everyday expenses, shopping, buying presents, whatever, if you use it in that way and you buy your shares, you can be offered a rent-free property. So look at the details on the site, which will help you understand how that actually works.
Recording in progress.
But people will see it being built because the promise is they'll show videos of their progress every single day, basically, as they start to build that property. All right. So like I said, it was going to be a quick update. Our main speakers typically are the owners, which is really great to see. But they won't always make it. So many of us that know and have met actually John and Amanda, they're not always going to be here. So I think I want to really encourage people to be a bit more independent. We have systems in place now to really help us channel information. and be more efficient and be more effective. If we can just use the Verizon Hub for questions, and obviously refer people as well. We are entering a very exciting phase in terms of building and our card, which is due to be released, like I said, in November. Once that card is released, it kicks off many projects. We've got a community profit sharing program, which again is helping communities simply by switching what card they use right now. A card they could, if they were to use the Verizon debit card, they could actually direct funds towards a charity that means something to them. You may have, everyone here, you may have a charity or an organization that needs funding. I know so many. Personally, I've got a football team in the Gambia, and yeah, they need some money. It costs quite a lot to run the football club, besides the kit and everything else. So I can actually use friends and family to say, use this debit card, different colors what you're using right now. It'll be a MasterCard, but at least they know that there'll be fractional payments going towards a club that I support and have been supporting for a little while now. Very, very powerful. So again, go on the website and understand how that card works and can work for you, and supporting communities that you know and love. Steph, am I missing anything key? I know it's going to be a short meeting today, because again, we're just sharing some updates, and obviously people are feeling the difference in how we run the meeting today in terms of timing. Yeah, people need to come on time as well, because some miss a lot of information. But we want to make sure people get the right information so they can move forward. Many of us want to be in a better position next year than we are today, and we can help you, and we're helping lots of people. Steph, is there anything else I need to cover before we close?
Just the one thing that I thought of, the card.
Yeah.
I think you probably mentioned it roughly already anyway, but just in case, where we've done our KYC and we're going back to the platform. I'm not sure if everyone's getting a little pop-up box to say that they are doing some extra work on the system. So it's just a matter of being patient and waiting to hear when we can actually, go right into because obviously we have to wait for the IBAN first, which is like we have to wait for the front door and then we'll get the key, which is the card. So we have to just be patient, because I'm at that stage also where I did all the KYC and everything, and I left it for a few days following the instructions that came up on the screen, and I tried it again recently and it's the same thing. So I'll just leave it until maybe another few days. So
just to add to what you said, Steph, good point. So Steph's referring to My Verizon card. As we prepare, once, like Steph said, when the eyebrows are in place, what we're doing is saying to guys, you can go to myverizoncard.com, you can create an account. But at the moment, there's a system fix being applied, so you can't complete the KYC at this moment in time. You should get an update by next week. But again, this is actually just getting ready for the car when it releases. So yeah, we should get an update, I think, next week, Steph, on that one. Even myself, I created an account, but I can't do the KYC until they apply that fix. So that'll be done by next week, hopefully.
I think by now everyone would have done their KYC for the Infinity.io.
Yes, and Steph, you know what? That's a good segue for me to share that. So thank you for that. I'll just go to that site. Right. So guys, just to let you know, although I'm logged in, I'm not going to share any personal information. So the InfinityMall.io is the site you need to go to acquire or investigate getting some Infinity tokens. All right. And again, I'm going to I can play a video actually in a second. So in here, this is where you can scroll down and click on the support center, okay? And you can go ahead and create a ticket, all right? So guys, the actual Infinity token is very much centered around the arena views. it'll have a marketplace. So if I click on that little module there for marketplace, you'll see here what's going to come. You'll be able to acquire new and used goods on the site. It'll be like an inbuilt sort of eBay system on the site. So take the time to actually look on your account. Once you create an account, you can go through the KYC here, which is fine. Yeah, there's no issue with that at all. Once you've created an account, once you've done your KYC, that'll get reviewed. You'll get an approval on that. And then once you're approved, go in here and start clicking around and seeing what's coming. This will start to get populated as well with vendors and different people and organizations and hotels. So this is very much a new platform as well. All right. I won't click on this one, but this is the internal trading hub. So if you have, I don't know many of you have, if you've acquired the Infinity token, this is where you go to look at your token balance. Again, it's been a popular question. I've got a balance. I think it's too much, or I think it's too little. If you've got a question on that one, we've got a back-end database showing who's bought what. We may ask you for evidence of your purchase. Once we have that, we can verify what you have bought and we'll apply the right amount of tokens, all right, to your account. Again, you can work through the ticketing system under the support center to display that as well. All right. So, Steph.
Yeah.
I've covered Stephen's updates. We've spoken about the owners of Horizon who will be here next week. They are typically here in person for those of you that are new. But expect a more concise meeting where you're going to get information and updates in a more punchy way. And then we'll be off doing our thing in our own lives. So do come along tomorrow, where tomorrow, again, like Steph said, is more about how to. So if someone wants to get involved in Ebony Villas, we can walk through that platform with people and find out how they can move on, get involved in that as well. And also any other property projects. So we've done the update from Stephen, Andrew and Amanda. Again, we can have some questions tomorrow. Do use the Horizon Hub. Okay, it's a key site. Make it a favorite, go to it, so you'll be able to actually, dig deeper and find out what we're doing. All right. But again, there was a video from Don and Amanda. They're in Gambia. There's some key property meetings. So I'm sure they'll share what happened today on next week's meeting.
Yes. So folks, just familiarize yourself with, the hub, all the new shiny things we've got out there. It's a great, fantastic information center full of, whatever comes to mind that you want to ask. And if you can't find it, then last resort, then, contact myself and Merv on a Thursday of how to do something.
And congrats to all the guys that got involved in Ebony Villas. A rent-free home.
Yes.
They got in on October the 31st. If you snooze.
Well done.
All right. So guys,
well done.
we'll close the meeting at this point in time, and we'll see some of you tomorrow. But if not, we'll see you next Wednesday. Go to Horizon Hub, you'll get the event, click on the event, and you'll join. Cheers, Adam. Steph? We'll speak soon.
Okay. Take care, everyone. Have a great evening.
And bye for now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.